We thank you for the allowance of this transmission this day of your time. We remind you that later in this transmission there will be a third transmission from the Ethasani Oversoul with new information for you that will explain a little bit more fully exactly what is being set up between our respective civilizations energetically. But for now, we will, in exchange for this gift you have given to us, ask in what way may we be of service to you through your questions and dialogues at this time.
That's good. Hi, Bashar.
And you, good day.
I'm doing well, thank you. Except I'm having a physical pain problem.
A challenge.
Yes, challenge.
You are still defining it as a problem after all this time.
That's a challenge.
All right.
And it's in my arm.
Yay.
And I thought it was like carpal tunnel or arthritis, degenerative disc, whatever. It's very, very painful. And I was thinking there's something I'm not doing.
Do you have a particular health practitioner that you visit?
I do, but so far they've been inadequate and I'm changing.
What technique are you utilizing at this time to aid and assist your body?
Medication, acupuncture.
One moment. Is there a particular location on your planet you have been attracted to recently to go to?
Yes.
Some place that contains what you would call a hot mineral spring?
Well, there's a few in Northern California where I live, but I've also been thinking about going to India.
All right. When will you go to India?
When should I go to India, Bashar?
When will you go?
Next year.
All right. You think you can handle the pain that long?
No.
Can you, at least for the moment, take the trip to your more local hot spring and allow yourself to immerse yourself in those waters?
Yes.
All right, do so. This will aid and assist you to some degree. At the same time, we would suggest, if you're not already doing it, that you allow yourself to learn the permission slip on your planet known as meditation.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, well, I do a vocal meditation.
Allow yourself to seek a slightly different focus of meditational style. One moment, one moment, one moment. One moment, one moment, one moment. You have, to some degree, become slightly demyelinized. There are myelin sheaths that exist on your neurological structure that are deteriorating and need to be replenished. Seek out a natural substance that will allow for the replenishment of the myelin in your neurological structure.
Myelin.
Myelin.
Can you spell it for me?
No.
Okay, I think someone's going to spell it for me. Okay, thank you. You know, my voice disability, which is improving up and down.
Stop looking at it as a disability.
Oh, yeah, my challenge.
All right.
Okay.
And it is not necessarily a challenge in the sense that you should assume that it has to actually ultimately sound normal in order for you to achieve what you need to achieve.
Yes, and you've told me previously there's other ways to
Yes, I
communicate.
have. Yes.
And one of them has been like the internet. The email has been very good for me.
All right.
But now my arm, I feel like electricity
I understand.
is going through
I
my...
understand.
So,
Are you in any way artistically inclined?
I don't know.
Oh, yes, you do.
I'm a writer.
Are you writing?
Yes.
That long hesitation means no. At least not in the way that is most in alignment with your highest excitement. Not in your extraordinary way. Start writing in an extraordinary way. And you will find that some of the electrical current in your arm will alleviate because you will be letting it out. You'll be expressing yourself in a more flowing capacity. Start writing in the way that you really want to write. Start writing authentically. All right?
Okay. Handwriting? Because the computer kind of hurts right now.
What would be the easiest, most exciting way for you?
I'll work on that.
You'll work on it?
Maybe they have these speech programs for computers. And, my speech is difficult. I'm so
Can you
challenged.
write with the arm that is bothering you?
I can.
Do so.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Center yourself, authenticate yourself, get into your state of highest excitement, put the pen or pencil in your hand, lay the pencil on a piece of paper, sit back, relax, and see what happens.
Okay.
There may be the beginnings of assistance for you through what you call automatic writing.
Okay.
And that may help alleviate the idea of the electrical impulses that are building up in your neurological net that are causing the demyelination to happen because they are not flowing through you. They are building up and stacking up within you and burning out the nerves.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, and it's my right arm.
All right.
So I would like to learn to do more things with my left arm.
You need to allow the idea to come through your right arm in terms of the writing, through the arm that is bothering you.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
You have to release the energy. You need a release valve. Writing may be the thing that will help you if you get into the proper state and let yourself begin to automatic write, but you have to actually do it.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
And also, simultaneously, you will find that there may be advantages to the hot springs that we have said to balance out the minerals in your body that will aid and assist in building your body back up. And when you finally allow yourself to go to India, you may find something absolutely extraordinary happening there that you will want to write about. It may, in fact, as we scan your energy, actually turn into a book.
Thank you, Bashar.
Not that you have to insist on that outcome. We're just telling you what we read right now in your present energy. There's a high degree of probability. But don't get stuck on the outcome.
Right.
All right?
Yes.
Just write.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, Bashar. And I feel like it's connected to my voice.
Everything is connected. But don't worry about your voice. Right now, there are other forms of expression you need to give over to.
Okay.
When you give over to the other forms of expression that are truly representative of your higher state of being, any other form of expression will balance itself out to whatever point it needs to. Don't make any assumptions about where you think your voice needs to wind up. You will have the expression that you need in the way you need to have it. Just move forward with what is attempting to push itself through you that you are resisting at this moment. And let everything else fall into place. All right?
Yes, thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you very much. I would like to ask a question.
Nope. That's it. Be on your way.
Thank you, Bashar.
Good day to you, Bashar!
And to you, good day.
Okay, friend. I was hoping to get a bit more explanation and clarification on something.
Yes.
So as you've stated before, past and future lives happen simultaneously.
Yes.
There was a questioner from a previous session who asked about the afterlife, and you recommended a series of books by Dr. Michael Newton about life
Yes.
between life.
Yes.
So upon reading those books, I kind of got the idea that this is where I was wanting clarification. It seemed as though in these life between life periods, there's this process of gaining something and learning something and going
Yes.
back. So it kind of made it seem as though it was still kind of linear in that sense.
Yes, in a sense. It can be experienced that way. Understand the difference between a description of the structure and a description of the experience you're having of the structure. You can have linear experiences to some degree, even in non-physical reality, because that's an experience you're creating. but that doesn't mean it's not actually happening at the same time as everything else, mechanically speaking.
I see.
Do you see the difference? You can
Yeah.
always create a perspective of the now moment, the only existing now moment. You can create a perspective of it that makes it seem like a different moment. And if you want to experience it as a different moment, you have to set up a parameter, a caveat, that there is some linearity to it, or you won't experience it as different.
I see.
Any difference at all, anything you perceive as a difference from one quote-unquote moment to another quote-unquote moment, has to be set up in some framework that allows you to dampen down the timelessness factor so that you can actually experience the concept of change. Because you can't experience change in timelessness. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because if you know and experience everything as existing all at the same time, there's no change, there's no difference. It's all you, all one. But in order to experience change and growth and discovery, you have to impose the experience on the structure of difference. And that creates some degree of linearity, even in the non-physical realms, in order to have an experience of growth. Yes?
Yes,
Does that
I
make
see.
sense?
Yes, that does. So in regards to the human experience,
Yes.
it is temporary in the fact that we don't keep coming back incarnating as humans.
Not really. You can have the experience that you do, but that's not actually what's happening. You're just setting yourself up to choose a frame of reference that allows you to have an experience as if that's what you've actually done, but it's not actually what's mechanically happening.
So a hypothetical question. Being
Yes.
conscious of this knowledge, if I carry this knowledge to the point of my physical death and I go
Yes.
to the afterlife, could I be consciously, oh, well, like this is what's up, and just kind of like go to that point where where I guess I would supposedly like stop incarnating on Earth as a human?
Well, yes, you can have that experience.
Oh, I see.
And remember, it can be done in any order. You can have the experience of having a life now, and you can create the experience of having a life earlier after this one. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's how you can manipulate the linearity in whatever way you want. But if you create the experience of having an earlier life after your present life, it will still fit into the timeline of physical reality as if it happened before. Because that's the way you experience physical reality.
I
It's
see.
just a perspective. So it has to go where it fits in that particular understanding or allowance of the physical reality game, where you insist that things have to happen before, now, and after. Even though you may, in your overall experience as a soul, experience another life after the life you're having now that is in what you would consider to be an earlier historical period. But because all of this is happening in a multitude of parallel realities anyway, it's never actually the same timeline. Does that make sense?
I see. So if I could, if I wanted to access a possible future life way far, like in the future, just by wanting to, because it exists already.
Yes, and you may have connections that you've made experientially to what you might consider to be, quote unquote, in the past, that would actually be representative of a future life.
Oh, I see.
It can go in any direction. Look at it this way by analogy. You have a film strip with a lot of different frames on them. Yes?
Yes.
Well, we understand that when you run the film strip through the projector and project it on a movie screen, you create the illusion of movement, change, and time and space, and you create the illusion of going from the past to the middle to the end. One thing comes before, one thing comes now, one thing comes after. That's the illusion you're creating. But if you're the projectionist up in the booth and you're looking at the film strip, you can hold the film strip out in front of your face and see all the frames at the same time. They all exist at once. They're right there. Yes?
Yes.
And really, if you think about it, you can look at this frame first, you could look at this frame second, you could look at that frame third. So you could actually look at what you would consider to be a future frame, then a present frame, then a past frame, but you're looking at the future frame first, so that means it's in the past. To the past frame you're looking at, you understand?
Ah, yes. I see.
So you can really look at the frames in any order you want, but when you decide what experience you will have, then depending upon the level of dimension in which you might perceive that experience, it will arrange itself in whatever way makes sense for that dimension.
Ah, wonderful.
This is why many times the conversations that we are having with you don't happen in the same time frame for us as they happen for you. I've already had this conversation.
I'm just catching
From
up.
my point of view. You're just having it now. We transmit whole conceptual experiences that take time to unfold through the biological translator of the channel's body to you in the appropriate time frame. We're off doing something else right now.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's the easiest way to explain it by analogy.
think-
Or sometimes, when we're having this conversation in your time frame, I may have yet to have this conversation with you. But I know that when I have the conversation, it will find the appropriate slot in your dimension to fit into that makes the most sense in your linear time frame.
I see.
Yes?
Yes. And my next series of questions is about dreaming and lucid dreaming.
Yes.
So from my research, I've come to find, so when you're having a dreaming experience, whether it's a lucid dream or out-of-body experience, memories are electromagnetic by nature?
Well, there is an electromagnetic component to it, yes, but that doesn't mean that that's all it is.
So like when in the process of waking up in physical reality and remembering it,
Yes.
that energy supposed has to kind of write itself like on a hard drive on the human.
Your physical mind has been programmed with a number of different kinds of symbols, so to speak. When you have an experience in another dimension and you allow yourself to refocus in physical reality and, as you say, wake up in the morning, your physical mind will do its best to draw from its storehouse of symbols to represent the experience that you know you had, but it can only be represented in the terminology that the physical mind can relate to or understand. So what you may actually remember as a dream could be entirely symbolic, even though you may have had a real experience in another dimension. It may not be presented literally to you in the dream state because your physical mind can't necessarily make sense of what happened in another dimension, but it will do its best to give you a symbolic representation of what happened. Does that make sense?
Yes. And going further, my question is more in regards to the efficiency of that process and how to maximize that.
Yes.
I've read about how sometimes, with human technology right now, how we do use electricity, how electromagnetic radiation can damper or interfere.
It can. It depends upon the frequencies. It can also enhance and amplify. Depends upon the
wow.
frequencies. Depends upon the amplitudes. It depends upon many different things and how it's processed, so to speak.
Does a curious question? Does wireless internet, to some degree, also can that act as an interference?
It can or not. It depends, again, on the frequencies, on the production, on the process, on the amplitude, on many different things. Depends on the person as well and their state of being.
Okay, so for human physiology, there isn't like a specific number frequency-wise that would amplify that process that you could perhaps give me.
In terms of the positive amplification?
Yes, for remembering dreams.
Well, yes,
Or
it
more
can
efficiently.
be a number of different things depending upon exactly how you're oriented. It can be the earth vibration, somewhere around the idea of 7.5 to 7.8 cycles per second. It can also be all the way up to the idea of the gamma vibration at 40 cycles per second. But it depends upon how you're oriented at any given moment as to what will work best for you and amplify it in a positive way.
I see. So with lucid dreaming, some of the historical pioneers of lucid dreaming, such as the Tibetan yogis, and how
Yes.
they made a dream yoga, and also in relation from what I found from reading Carlos Castaneda's
Yes.
A Guide to Lucid Dreaming, they both mention certain exercises to do in physical life.
It's all permission slips.
They're just permission slips. Okay.
Anything is a permission. It's just, you always sound so surprised when we say that.
I was wondering if it was like a principle
it's
of
just
physics
permission
or something
slips.
about.
Do you remember when we talked about permission slips before? Yes? No?
I do.
All right. Do you remember exactly what we said? Would you like us to repeat it?
Sure. Yes.
All right. Are you paying attention this time?
Yes.
All right. Repeat after me.
Okay.
All tools.
All tools.
No. All tools.
All tools.
All techniques.
All techniques.
All rituals.
All rituals.
No. You're not paying attention. Listen to the tonality. I'm not saying all tools. I'm saying all tools.
All tools.
There you go. All techniques.
All techniques.
all rituals,
all rituals,
all objects,
all objects,
all formats
all formats
in physical reality
in physical reality
are permission slips.
are permission slips.
All of them.
All of them.
So if you find yourself attracted to a particular technique, ritual, tool, format, object, it's because your belief system is aligned in a certain way that says that what you're attracted to will work best for the belief system you have at that particular moment. That's why you're attracted to it. Otherwise, you'd be attracted to another permission slip. But permission slips are simply something that your belief system says it needs to allow you to make it easier to give yourself permission to be more of who you are. And when you change who you are, you'll be attracted by different permission slips if you believe you need them at all. Because you are the ultimate permission slip.
Yes, wonderfully put. And then my last series of questions, which you may or may not be able to elaborate on, I was hoping. So with the transmission that was given last night of our time from the Oversouls, Epsilon, Eclipse, and Epiphany,
Yes.
they talked about how they were going to start adding their own energy to help stabilize
And
Earth.
that will be explained in more detail in this transmission today of your time, later on.
So I was just wondering if, in terms of like what they said about how the Greys, to some degree, helped with the creation of those vessels and everything, and the creation of that format.
The Greys created them, not helped with, created them.
Created them. I was wondering if there was any type of conscious or purposeful energy in terms of, for them to actually, after that being created, to come back to Earth and help us.
Yes, but again, we will go into more detail later on in this transmission.
All right, that was all. Thank you so much, Bashar.
Thank you.
Much love.